hand in. Guys, by the way, never try this. This is incredibly dangerous, even for a professional, but I'm going to show you guys exactly how this works. Okay, put my hand in. Now, they're chill.
It was, in fact, not chill.
My daughter was just offered a teaching position for $16.25 per hour. She has 2 masters in education. That's a little over $32,000 a year. No wonder they can't find good teachers. She was making $55K as a bartender. Obviously, being able to make a cosmopolitan is way more important than teaching a kid calculus. A lawyer is dead after failing to remove his firearm while accompanying his mother during an MRI. Staff asked him to remove all metal objects before entering the room due to the device's powerful magnetic field. The machine yanked the weapon from his waistband, causing it to go off and shoot him in the stomach. Hey, there's a silver lining here. It wasn't anybody else in that room. The only person who suffered consequences was him. But there's something here that needs to be addressed. How in the world did he get a pistol into the MRI room? How will the masses know we're worshiping Satan? Easy. We're going to put a pentagram on your devil suit. Look, I like conspiracies as much as anybody else, but in this case, my man, you are so wrong. That's just a regular belt with a mechanical latch. That's it. And let's just say you were right about it being a star. It's not even a pentagram. My mate's dad had to go into a flat to do some maintenance, and this was in the kitchen. I can't believe people live like this. To be honest, I had no idea what this was until I went into the comments. Initially, I thought they were like dirty rags or something worse. Turns out, those are just tea bags. Years upon years upon years of tea bags. As I write this post, I'm literally in tears. I don't even want to post the picture, but I'm beyond desperate for help and advice. My 3-year-old's teeth have decayed to the point that they're almost completely gone. I took her to a holistic dentist who said he wouldn't even look at her and that she would have to go to a specialist to be put under to do x-rays. He also told me to stop nursing because that's what caused it. I took her to a regular dentist and they were able to take x-rays without her being put under, but they want to pull the top 4 front teeth and put silver caps on the rest. I was always told not to pull teeth and definitely not to do silver. We were using remineralizing toothpaste and putty for a while, which was keeping it at bay. She was refusing it to use it anymore, and from the picture you can see the progression. I just want to do what's best for her. Is there any other options besides having them pulled or metal put in? Thank you for any advice. I'm not gonna show you the photo because I consider this child abuse, man. No way did you let your child's teeth get this bad. The top 4 front teeth are gone. They're completely rotted out. And she's over here talking about remineralizing toothpaste? Hate to break it to you, Einstein, but your kid doesn't have those teeth anymore. There's nothing else to mineralize. They're gone. Hey, are you actually Russian? Yes. Wow, do you have a thick accent? Not really. I've been told I have an accent, but it's hard to identify. Do you currently live in Russia? Yes. Wow, that's pretty cool. Why are you surprised? Because most people around the world move to the United States. No, most people around the world live in their homelands. What? No way. Are you trying to tell me that people live on other places on this planet? Genuinely, I can't believe that. That's a crazy claim. 1 star. Disappointed with the misrepresentation. The way it looks on Amazon compared to reality, you can't see through this at all. I'm returning it immediately. Yeah, me too. This product came with a blurred cover. See images below. You can't look through it. Dude, for real, total misrepresentation. The shield appears to be clear on Amazon's site, and then the actual box, the shield is not clear and you can't even see anything out of it. I'm very disappointed after waiting since last week for my shield. Yeah, it's real lame. I can't see anything through the plastic. Obviously, I got one of the defective ones, just like the other reviews you see here. Update, replacement mask is still faulty. Will not order a third. Save yourself the hassle. The fact that these people are alive past the age of 5 is a miracle. The fact that they haven't, I don't know, drowned while drinking water is crazy. Shamima Burgum not allowed to return to the UK, Supreme Court rules. Londoner who traveled to Syria to join Islamic State as a teenager argued she should be able to appeal stripping of citizenship in the UK. I remember this story intimately. I think it blew up in 2017 or 2018. She was interviewed by a journalist from the BBC because she wanted to come back to the UK after joining the Islamic State and realizing that it wasn't fun being a terrorist. Too bad, lady. You can't come back to civilized society after joining a group that wants to destroy civilized society. This is by far the dumbest way I've seen anyone serve pasta ever. This is incredible. China is testing a new autonomous electric train that doesn't need traditional tracks. It runs on a virtual track. It can go everywhere. That's a bendy bus. No, it's a train on a virtual track. You see, it's a train with wheels that can ride on the road. Isn't that crazy? There's nothing else on the planet that exists like that. A teacher battling cancer ran out of sick days, so school employees showered him with theirs. What if, now hear me out, we didn't have a system that required a person battling cancer to rely on the generosity of their colleagues for sick days? My boyfriend turned down 5 fully paid scholarships to stay here with me. I really love this man so much. Ma'am, I hate to break it to you, but your boyfriend is dumb as shit. To be honest, I don't know if there's any coochie out there that's worth turning down 5 paid scholarships. That is crazy.
The customer is always right. The customer is always right.
Customer just ripped off a freaking display off of the actual surface to ask us where this was. It was located right underneath it.
Yeast infection during pregnancy. I'm 24 weeks. Help, please. A garlic clove with some cuts on it and a string tied around it. Coat it with some lube or coconut oil and stick it on up. Depending on the severity, it could take a couple of days of repeated use. How long can I leave it up there? I switched mine every 12 hours or so. So I would have one during the day and then replace it at night. Look, I'm not a genius, all right? I'm not Einstein. But instead of taking wild advice from a Facebook group, maybe you should go to the doctor! Each large muscle of a bodybuilder represents a language he didn't learn, a poem he didn't read, a fun fact he never memorized. My man, Felicity said that a society that separates its scholars from its warriors will have its thinking done by cowards and its fighting done by fools. However, you appear to be both a fool and a coward. This next clip shows a woman being asked about her thoughts on feminism.
You describe yourself as a feminist.
Yes.
Do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman being a feminist is just doing whatever you want to do, and not being bashed by society for that. And obviously, standing up for women's rights and stuff like that. But I don't know, I just feel like this question's really dense.
My question is, if you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through, yes, in society, fixing that, and through, the system. But, yeah, I don't, oh my God.
After serving 38 years for a murder that he didn't commit, Maurice Hastings has finally been declared innocent. That settlement check is about to go crazy. And apparently the reason why he was waiting so long for an appeal is because for some reason, nobody was trying to do a DNA test. For every year he was in jail, he was making the same request for a DNA test. And they just didn't get around to it until 30 years later. This war is fake. Look, February 2022 versus February of 2023. You do know people still live in that building, right? They can't live in the building if there's a hole in it. So yes, even during wartime, people go out of their way to repair buildings like this so that everybody can still live there. And you should have realized that when you took a look at the date. February 2022 is when the war had just begun, which means there was enough resources in the nation to actually fix the building.
Read the time off this clock correctly, you win the clock.
Dude, I've never seen one of these before. I'm used to digital, man.
You haven't seen a clock before?
No.
Okay.
7:12?
Sure.
Is it 12:10?
12:10.
12:09?
12:09. Yeah, you're close.
No, 9:25.
9:25. Close, you're 5 minutes off.
I think it's 9:02.
9:02.
2:09.
2:09. Okay.
Why would it be 9:02? Why would we be in school at 9:02?
Why wouldn't we be in school at 9:02?
Okay. So what's the conclusion, guys?
9:02.
2:09.
Okay, let's let the viewers decide.
6:74.
Is it 3 o'clock? AM or PM?
Gotta be AM, bro.
Okay.
Why is no one on his staff telling him that there's other options besides a bandana? Maybe because Senator Raskin has cancer. The man was recently diagnosed with lymphoma, which is curable, but guess what you need to do to cure it? You need to do chemotherapy. One Google search, just the one, and you would have known all of this. $1 million bond relative to the Splat R Ball incident in which several students were shot with gel water beads at the Marion Junior High School. A bond has been set after the suspect's first appearance in court. Aiden Stewart, 18, Ryan Nance, 23, and Travis Rule, 18, have now been charged with 45 counts of aggravated battery. The three subjects have each been given a $1 million bond. Future court proceedings are anticipated. Imagine being so unemployed and bored that you shoot splat balls at middle schoolers. And now look at you, $1 million bond and 45 counts of aggravated battery. All three of these idiots were destined for no great things. If anything, their aspirations were prison. Norfolk Southern, the railway company responsible for the apocalyptic plume of gas that rose over East Palestine, has offered $25,000 donation to assist the area's nearly 5,000 residents. A company worth $55 billion offered $5 for each resident who had to flee their home due to a disaster it caused. Man faces up to 40 years in federal prison after large marijuana bust near Wendover. Foster mom gets 1 year in jail after pleading guilty to killing a 2-year-old. Something about this seems incredibly fucking lopsided. I don't know what it is, but something's really strange about these two stories. I seriously wonder what the difference is. It's crazy. Got it. She wasn't smoking any weed, so that's why she got less time. Can I sue my beekeeper neighbor? Every day I see my neighbor's bees flying around my garden stealing the pollen or nectar from my flowers. Then the bees go back to my neighbor and creates honey. My neighbor then harvests the honey and sells it at a Pepper Place market for profit. I have never received so much as a jar of honey as compensation, and every day my neighbor's bees trespass and steal my flowers. I was stung once when I was a child, so I know how dangerous bees can be. The way I see it, this is equivalent to a person's dog coming into my yard to steal balls or tools and then gives it back to the owner who then sells it for profit. Do I have a legal ground to sue? What type of things should I do to begin documenting in order to prepare for a legal battle? What would be a fair settlement amount if my neighbor didn't want to take this to court? Thanks for the help. Oh my god, you're a treat to live next to. Let me go ahead and piss some knowledge on you real fast. It's not just your nectar and your pollen, bruh. It's the whole neighborhood. The bees don't just go to your backyard for nectar. And honestly, with your logic, if anybody in this situation is owed compensation, it's the bees. They're the ones making the honey. Trust me, if I was the beekeeper neighbor and you came to my house with papers asking for money, on principle, I'm hitting you with whatever's close. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you can get these notifications every time. I want to thank all of you guys who shared kind words and were patient with me during my recovery. I am feeling great and most importantly ready to make content for you guys again. Speaking of which, this week is going to be slam-packed full of content. You're getting double uploads on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with maybe even bonus uploads in between. So if you want to catch those uploads on time, they will drop between 4 and 5 p.m. EST. So I hope to see you there. And as always, I gotta thank the Patreon supporters that make content like this possible. A big thank you to Ronan EXP, Ailurus' mom, Declan, S16, Green Pasta Man, Squish, CY, Rinhex, Project Ghost, Mr. Bean, My Golden Experience, Clifford, James Tucker, Lucas Adams, Big Boy Bailey, BMX30, Willinda, Cinnamon Sticks, Scott, The Fake Musician, Buckethead, Samantha Bellhart, Adam Faneker, Zach F, Darth Titan, Keely, Dunder Nashawk, Knobs, Lady Laughs a Lot, Swiss Patreon user Noah, and Catherine Taylor. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one of my merch store and one of my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.